Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back. Before this video begins, please consider checking out my personal Discord server. It's down below in the description. We're always looking for new members. As well, massive shout out to agentanti, as they were the one to figure out this trick, as well as providing the setup as seen in this video. So again, huge thank you to agentanti, really awesome person and super cool to work with. You're a legend, dude. Thanks a bunch. With that said, let's get into the video. So something to keep in mind is I do have executive base size as well as second sacrifice base size, and this does take up the entire base. However, if you don't have those and you are on a smaller base, you can consider just shortening the setup and using dragon cannons to make up for the loss of speed. It should still be really fast in comparison to not using it at all. However, this is the setup I will be using in this video, so keep it in mind. Also, do keep in mind, the setup does slightly rely on ping, so if you have absurdly high ping, this might not work for you. Alright, I just want to also mention that you only need one hourglass, however you do need at least one. The reason is because this is required for the loop-the-loop trick over here to work. So you only need at least one, however it will charge slower. If you're looking to speed up how fast it charges, you could use multiple, however only one is required. It just might take a little longer for it to charge up to full speed. Now let me teach you how to actually build this trick. Let me go ahead and withdraw. You're going to go ahead and start out by placing two standard platforms in the corner of your base. These are exactly in the corner, as seen here. You're going to start by placing a loop-de-loop exactly like this. If you notice, I have the conveyor aligned with this beam right here, or the second platform that's not touching the corner. Then you're going to get a non-shiny temporal enchantment, and you're going to align it right in the middle of these two platforms, just like this, along the edge. As you can see, there is a 4-unit gap between this beam right here and the edge of temporal enchantment. Then you're going to place your silicon excavator right here. You'll know you've built this right if you can see this little edge of the conveyor sticking out from the leaves like this. And you'll also know you did it right if when you press activate mine, your ores launch just like in a railgun setup. Now, something pretty crucial I'd like to mention is that we do also want to include a few other items. Now, to try and account for ping, we're going to put a candy cane cannon in right here, just to try to set the ore on fire before Frostbite Chamber and also before Aromatic Holidays, as the problem with ping is because if the ore isn't on fire in time, it might not actually allow Frostbite Chamber to give that additional +2 present value, causing you to not get a 65 present value. Now, in order to do this ore eval and blazing agriculture sorting trick, I'm going to need something to upgrade the ores. For this video, I will be using these, as these were also used in my last video, but I will be using the Ghost of Christmas Past right here, so that way the ore can drop into the upgrade, as seen here. You could also align the ghost as seen right here as well, if you're struggling to find the placement for it. And then I'm also going to take a Spectre of Christmas Present and place it right here. Now, for this platform, that is actually it, and I'm gonna now show you how to build the rest of the setup. So 1 unit lower from this platform, I am currently using Aromatic Holidays, Present Schrodinger, Frosted Refiner, and Video Game Digitalizer. Again, this is 1 unit lower from the starting platform, which is also a standard platform. Now, 2 units lower from the platform over here, you could see me using Frostbite Chamber, North Star, and Santa's Train. Santa's Train is placed sideways, however, you can now see it from the top down in order to align it correctly. And as well, here is the height difference between the two platforms. 1 unit lower from that, we are using the Cryolist with 2 candy cane cannons. The reason I'm still using 2, despite 1 being over there, is just I'd rather be safe than sorry. However, you are supposed to use 2 in a setup instead of 1. So if you're only using 1, add in a second. Now, 1 unit lower from there, we are using Santa's Work Clock and Snowflake Suppressor. Once again, 1 more unit lower, we are using Blizzard Predictor. And now we are onto the base level of the base. Here we are using Fruitcake Blaster, Blazing Agriculture, and the ore wrapper. It's kind of hidden under this platform, but it will hit. Now, this right here is the Frozen Justice turn that we are going to be using in this video. So in order to build this properly, you will go to the corner of your base and place the Frozen Justice like so. You could now also see the units on top of the platform in case you're wondering where exactly I placed this Frozen Justice, but if this helps, you could also see that there is just enough room for one conveyor in front of the furnace. Now, underneath this platform, it should look somewhat like this. I'm currently using a unstable conveyor and a ultimate conveyor just to get the ore into the second line as fast as possible. Your turn from underneath should look like this. I'll just leave this up on screen for a second so you guys can get used to it and make sure that you've built it properly. As well, you will also know that you've built it properly if the turn works. Next, we're going to use an ore evaluator for this sorting trick. For those that don't know, present Schrodinger has a chance to remove present value and give you a weak present. However, if it does that, it actually makes that bad ore turn red. As a result, we use Blazing Agriculture as that gives an additional upgrade to ores that are red. So the ores that are red will get sent into this furnace because they're bad ores and have a low present value. Meanwhile, the ones that don't get upgraded by Blazing Agriculture because they're not red, meaning they're good ores, just go through the rest of the setup. This allows you to have a higher chance at getting like a 65 present value as you're eliminating a bunch of bad ores that have low value. So essentially, you're saving some time. This ore evaluator is set to less than 7 million. So keep that in mind as well. You do not need this premium tracker. I just did this so you guys could see the values in the video. Next, you will use a dragon cannon followed by 3 hydraulic unstable conveyors at this height. Keep in mind, there is also a 1 unit gap between this hydraulic unstable conveyor and the snowflake wheel. Then you could simply just put ice crusher, igloo refiner, and digital peppermint refiner. After that, you're good to send your ores into a teleporter going into your present center. I personally have my present center placed right here, so that way I can send in a few ores, wait for them to come in, pick up my present, and go. And that's pretty much it. It's a very fast way to farm, and I've been doing this for a decent amount of presents now. To show you guys that this really does give 65 present values, I'm just going to show you guys some of the values as they enter the furnace here. But as you can see, I am getting 65 present value presents. And that pretty much sums up this video. As you can see, I'm just kind of casually farming, and it's pretty quick. Again, massive thank you to agentanti for figuring this out and sending it to me and just allowing me to use this for a video. It's really, really cool, and I'm super honored that I get to post this on the channel for you guys to use as well. With that said, I think I'm going to wrap this video up here for today. Thank you all so much for the constant support here on the channel. I really, really appreciate all the love that you guys have been giving me for the past couple months, and it's just really cool to be posting stuff for you guys, so... With that said, I will see you guys around. Of course, happy 2025, and I will see you around, especially on our Saturday live streams. That said, take care, and bye-bye.